Hey guys, today we're going to do something a little bit different. Instead of just doing a regular old video, we're going to do a collaboration with some other people. If you want to check out the hashtag grilled cheese please, that's where you're going to see the other grilled cheese sandwiches that everybody else is making. So if you're making the same thing as 10 or 20 different creators, you need to spice things up a little bit. You got to do things a little bit different. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use spiced ham. Some of you might call it by a different name, Spam. It comes out of the can. Some people call it mystery meat because of the goo that's on the bottom of it. That's just collagen. It's not a big deal. It's on a lot of different meat. So what we're going to do is we're going to make this into an amazing grilled cheese sandwich. So even though Spam on the can says that you don't have to cook it at all, you absolutely should. And the way we're going to cook it is I sliced it really thin. I'm going to show you how to do that right here.
I used a mandolin. Now I go pretty slow and I use the finger guard, and some people make fun of me for that. But you know what they're going to call me someday? Old 10 fingers. There's no way that you could do it this thin with a knife, and so that's one of the reasons why I used a mandolin.
And then we're going to fry it up just like it's bacon. So it's going to have crispy edges, and that's going to go pretty good in our sandwich. Never eat the Spam cold.
Cooking Spam is an awful lot like making bacon. You put it in a medium heat pan and let it cook until the edges start to crisp, and then you flip it over. Once that side is crisp, you're about ready to take it off. Some people like it a little more, or some like it a little bit less, but for me, about right here is perfect.
Once your Spam is all fried up, it's time to go ahead and build your sandwich. Let me show you what we're going to do. It's going to be a little bit different than your average grilled cheese. And here's why it's going to be a little bit different. We've got our Spam as well as some Swiss cheese, which goes great with ham. We've got a German mustard, a spicy ground one, and some mayonnaise that we're going to use instead of butter on the bread. And we're also going to put a portabella mushroom, which we're going to grill before we top it on top of the sandwich.
Coat both sides of the portabella mushroom with a little bit of olive oil to keep it from burning, and add a little bit of freshly ground black pepper. Now this will come out absolutely awesome because it evens out some of the saltiness from the Spam and brings it to a whole nother level. Now let's get back to making the sandwich. Put on your spicy ground mustard, or Dijon would work okay in this case. You want to cover the entire thing so you get a little bit of that flavor in every bite. Then we're going to start putting the Swiss cheese and the Spam on there, and we're going to do alternating layers. We've got Spam and cheese, Spam and cheese, and we're going to repeat that until we finish up the whole sandwich. Now, I have to warn you on this one, I'm mostly doing this for the thumbnail. I end up using 8 different slices of cheese and nearly a half a can of Spam. If I were making this for myself, it would be about half this size with that amount of mushroom, but this is good enough for this. Now I'm going to use mayonnaise instead of butter on the bread because I've had some bad luck with butter on the grill. It tends to burn, but mayonnaise will still give you that same crispy golden brown crust that you expect. Now you flip it over and make sure you do both sides. Then we're going to throw it on the grill over medium heat, and then we're going to do it for a couple of minutes before we turn it 90 degrees, so that way we can get those beautiful cross-hatched grill marks. Then flip it over and do the same thing on the other side. Now one problem with a sandwich that's this thick is that cheese may not melt, and so you put it up on the top rack, which will help it melt without getting over the high heat and burning. Toss on the mushroom and you're good to go. Then the only thing left to do is to give it the EAT test, and this one passed with flying colors.
Now that is a grilled cheese sandwich. I'm not sure what the rest of them are going to come up with, but you might want to check them out anyway. Grilled cheese please is the hashtag. Of course, you know that I love sandwiches, and so if you want to check out more videos, don't forget to subscribe. I'm going to put a sandwich playlist right over here.